XL jerseys, swing and a miss there by Evan Barnett, who is pinch hitting. So he is hitting in Cruz's spot. Big open stance and moving the whole time. That's the Evan Barnett way.
I think Evan Barnett's one of my favorite people in the league. I think if there was an award for the silliest of geese, it would definitely be Evan Barnett.
He is definitely something of a character. Swung on and missed there. Scott Wilson got him on strikes. So 2 gone, and it gets a little more difficult here with Brady Welsh.
Back at the top of the lineup here, we'll see if Scott can come out and give up another 1-2-3 inning here.
So Brady Welsh from Marshfield, Missouri, went to Arkansas State. Left after his junior year to sign a free agent contract with the Atlanta Braves and spent 2 years in the minors, but shoulder injury ended up spelling the end of pro baseball for Brady. It's funny, I actually met Brady's high school coach who guffawed a bit when I told him that Brady had found his way as a shortstop here in the GRBL. He said, "You got to be kidding me."
Yeah, and that's he plays a very good shortstop as well. That's the other thing about it is I watched him play last year. I mean, right next to him, and saw him make some plays that, man.
Definitely plus arm. Would you expect that from a former pitcher? But the glove is very good, and good footwork, and then just also good about kind of directing traffic sometimes.
Yep.
Just good leader to have. Swung on. This is, I believe, going to get, yes, into the stands it goes, and a nice snag on a 1 hop. Brady Welsh, a teacher and a coach at Hartville, so just kind of down the road from where he grew up. About Hartville, when it comes to boys sports, they've got 4 of them. They've got baseball in the spring, got basketball in the winter. They also play fall baseball, and then they have summer basketball.
So in theory, they're only playing 2 sports?
Well, I mean, they almost treat it like it's 4, is what I'm saying.
They've got 4 seasons. I see what you're saying.
I'll work on the joke and try it again next time. So 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts for Scott Wilson. I forget, I got to bring it when I'm in here with a real pro, Harry. Back with the bottom of the 6th right after this.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Just conferring up here with Daniel Davis in the press box. If I'm not mistaken, what we're about to witness is the GRBL pitching debut of the founder, the godfather, Tony Lewis. So, Harrison Broadstreet, indulge me. We need to go way back into the memory banks. This is, I think, gosh, when was this? This would have been sometime around 2008, I believe, was when Tony was with the Bois Guillaume Woodchucks in the French Professional Baseball League. Tony pitched 12 games. He had an 8-2 win-loss record on 6 starts. Pitched 5 complete games, by the way. 61 1/3 innings pitched, a 2.20 ERA against the Frenchies. He scattered 49 hits, gave up 29 runs. Only 15 of those were earned. Struck out 67 and walked 17.
Wow.
Gave up 1 dinger.
All right. Well, we'll see how he can pitch against some Americans.
Yeah, let's see. So what I am suspecting here, we're going to see fastball changeup, and he does have a knuckleball.
He sure does.
So Jared Fox chuckling. Is that a... Wait a minute. Is he wearing an American flag sleeve? Jared Fox is Canadian.
Well, there's another player wearing a Dominican sleeve who I don't think is Dominican either.
Full agreement there.
So, you know, I think it's, there's a...
Oh, and that hit him.
What a French thing to do, Tony.
He hit the Canadian guy. Those are stereotypically the most polite people. He hit Jared Fox?
They must play French baseball differently. You must you must be allowed to hit the leadoff guy or something.
This is a multicultural experience. Yeah, they're gonna run for Jared Fox.
That's what yeah. See,
and he comes up.
Take him out. He's not the Godfather right now. He's a pitcher. So you go get him.
Goodness gracious. Well, that's one way to start your big pitching debut by just clunking one of the nicest guys out here. David Rodriguez looks at ball 1 up and out of the zone. Jon Bortz has come on to be the runner for Fox. We're going to try to collect ourselves. Yeah. Is that a heater?
I think a fastball was called.
Called strike. 1-1. Tony working with Devin Phillips. That was off speed. That's off of our. That's
man, here
right on our lid.
Here they go.
Oh, Tony, did you stir the wasp nest?
Quite literally, dude.
Yeah, all right. Weapons at the ready.
Yeah, we got it.
Man your battle stations. 1-2 pitch swung on. Tony off the mound. Oh my goodness! And then he turned and threw it into center field. So E1.
Well, you know, it's probably been since 2008 since he
had
some PFPs.
Field off the mound, yeah.
So got to it quick, got real quick feet. I mean, flipped his hips around, was ready to make that throw right away. But, you know, couldn't...
Everything good, but the accuracy of the throw as he threw it behind Brady Welsh, the shortstop, who was running over to cover, and then into center field it went. So first and third for the Locos, nobody out, nursing a 4-2 lead. Steerreich called there to Caleb Kaufman.
I wouldn't want to have to be the guy that had to go out there and tell the commissioner that he was leaving this game.
Kaufman drove that one into left. Bacon out there to get it, but it's going to get by him. He's able to corral it. Bortz will score no problem. Rodriguez holds up at third, so the Locos extend the lead by 1. It's an RBI off the bat of Caleb Kaufman. Hard hit. 5-2.
That's you know, they're just hitting it around now.
Well, we knew the Mavs without Ryan Cram were going to be a little bit thin. It's funny, Daniel England, I actually texted him this morning and sent him Tony's French pitching stats and said, you know, Tony Lewis was a professional pitcher at one point.
So you incepted this whole...
I feel partly responsible.
We're starting to see behind the curtain a little bit that the puppet master might actually be Rance up here. That's a good swing too.
No kidding. Andrew Meyer hit that just foul down the left field line, so he'll have to come back and reset.
Yeah, you know, we know where the true power in the Griffin Grip is.
I think that's the first time Daniel England has ever taken anything I suggested to him to heart. You played for Dano. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Is in seriousness though, when I hear the phrase players manager, Dan England is definitely a guy I think of.
Yeah.
Really, you know, he will leave guys out there sometimes, try to help players break out of slumps.
Yeah, no, I truly, I love Dan. I think Dan was one of the guys who, Dan was one of the people that helped me be as successful as I was last year, because he just, like what you're saying, he believed. He told me from the beginning of the season, he said, you're the guy I want in this position, so.
There's a breaking ball to Meyer, evens the count 2-2. First base is unoccupied, second and third. Mavericks infielders are in, so yeah, they're playing in the mode where any ground ball is going to come back to the plate.
Yeah.
Tony threw some off speed there outside.
Tony's mixing that knuckleball in a lot.
He is.
He's got to get it there though. He's gotten a few ground balls with it. He's got to get that knuckleball there.
Payoff pitch, swung on, into play to Rennie. He charges in.
Good.
Runners stay put, and yeah, great job by Rennie to look
Yeah.
down David Rodriguez and then get it over to Barnes for the out. So, Carter's been a shortstop predominantly in his first 2 years, but with Brady Welsh on this Mavericks roster, he's made the move over to second base.
Yeah, that's pretty good middle infield right there.
There's Collison. 1 for 2 today. 2 for 5 for the season. That was a Lewis knuckleball. Phillips got down to block.
These are some pretty pressure-filled at bats here for the poutine hurler.
Still just 1 out. There's a swing over the top.
I guess poutine's more of a Canadian thing,
Well,
isn't it?
but Tony did play in Quebec.
Yeah.
Both. He played in Toronto in the IBL, and then he played in Quebec in the Can-Am.
The baguette baller.
Have you ever been to Canada, Street?
I have actually just got back from Canada a couple weeks ago.
Which province?
I went to Alberta.
Okay. So I've been to Ontario,
Mhm.
and I will say Ontario seems, just judging by road signs as we drove through the country, seems to be a very French fry obsessed country. Swinging a hot
Knocked it
liner.
down.
Yep, that's coming back to the plate. Oh, but it will not. Phillips couldn't hang on. Barnett got it to him, and then Barnett smacked himself on the chest to say, "My bad." He's frustrated with himself. It is now 6-2 for the Locos.
That's just a tough play. Leaving your feet, trying to gather the ball, get a throw home. I mean, that's darn near as much as he could have done.
It's a big ask, but man, yeah, Evan upset with himself. And yeah, I just saw Brady Welsh told him to shake it off and forget that one.
Yep.
So here's Scott Wilson batting in the stead of Jon Bortz. So straight up pitcher for pitcher swap, and Wilson showed bunt there.
He'll do it. He'll lay one down if he catches a third baseman, especially now with Evan in his head a little bit.
Element of surprise is gone, but Barnett backed up. Yep,
Yeah,
Evan's going
give
to
it to him
charge
again.
in. Tony off the mound. He's trying to will it
that's-
foul, and it just doesn't go there. That rolled
That's a beautiful bunt.
right along that grass dirt line. Scott Wilson, no doubt, bunt single.
That is how a cattleman plays ball. But yeah, I go to Ontario in a couple weeks. We'll go back up to Canada.
Be on the lookout for fried potatoes. 'Cause
Oh, man,
it's
I
been
love
my
'em.
experience that
Poutine is
they
amazing.
love them, and it's available everywhere.
So good.
Breaking ball to Chris Mesa is a called strike. He is pinch hitting. Oh yeah, so that would have been another just straight up swap. He was a defensive sub last time. So second baseman for the Locos. That's going to be off the glove of Devin Phillips. Back to the screen it goes.
Chris being a good player there, hitting the
No
deck.
kidding. Runner scores. It is now 7-2. Knuckleball, yes sir, that's a called strike. Maybe a little, how do I get out of the way without completely getting out of the way there?
Mesa didn't like that call.
No, he did not, but he'd do well to just be quiet. This has popped up.
And that's an Eiffel
gonna
towering shot right there.
Wee into the glove of Mikael Barnes.
As I'm racking my brain trying to think of French puns, I'm figuring out that I know very little about French culture.
I think we've hit the end of the catalog here. Here's Johnny Lee Ryan, pinch hitting for the right fielder Kanan Greer. 1 for 2 in his debut from Willard High School, where I don't believe he studied French. Played some baseball though. That's going to get through on the left side. 1 RBI, nope, and then a little whoopsie-doo there for Scott Wilson, overrunning third.
Yeah.
Bortz gave him the woe sign.
Gave him a very late stop sign.
Scotty tried to honor it, ended up on his rear end, and then sort of crawled back to third base. So first and third, it is now 8-2 for the Locos. An RBI for the J Train, Johnny Lee Ryan.
And it looks like Dan is just going to let him go. Dan's just going to let Tony go until Tony can find this last out somewhere.
Well, sometimes when you're short-handed, it's more about how do I preserve arms for later in the game.
Yeah.
And I think they've got to feel like maybe with Jon Bortz coming off and some relievers going on, they're going to attack whatever the Locos have left. Ralph waited back on the knuckler. That's going to get through. Carter Rennie tried to come on the opposite side of his base but couldn't hang on. So that plates another one. Be an RBI for Zach Ralph. I'm sure he'll take that.
Well, now you're getting to the meat of this lineup. Now you're getting into a really tough spot here. I get trying to save arms, but you're getting to a point where this game might not be obtainable if you give up another couple runs here.
Yeah, deficit's at 7. 13 hits for the Locos, and they lead 9-2. Called strike there to Trent Simpson.
Ooh, just missed that one.
Fastball fouled back.
I would be surprised if Trent saw another fastball this at bat.
No, it's got to be nothing but junk from here on. This is swung
back to him
on.
with the fastball, man.
Grounded to second. Carter Rennie with it. His throw crosses in time, so the Locos put 10 batters up in that inning. Crooked number goes on the board, 5. They now lead this thing 9-2. We will head to the stretch inning. It's next right after this. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, brought to you live and free right here on the GRBL YouTube channel.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Rance Burger, Harrison, Broadstreet, back with you live at Meadow Park. Top of the 7th inning, about to get going here with the Republic Locos leading the Moon City Mavericks 9-2. Scott Wilson, the lefty, back to the hill for the Locos for another inning of work. Just taking a look here around the infield. Still Kaufman at third, Collison at short, Mesa at second with Rodriguez at first. Still Jared Fox behind the plate. And yeah, the Locos have gone. Johnny Lee Ryan is on, playing right field. Still Simpson in center, and still Ralph in left. So that outfield conversion for Zach Ralph still looks to be underway.
I think Johnny Lee Ryan is the best name in the Grip and Rip.
It's pretty good.
There is not more of a better baseball name in this entire league.
I was asking about that. I said, what do you like to go, because he signed up as Johnny Lee Ryan Jr.
Okay.
I said,
it's
what
a junior as well.
That's what I said. I was like, did you mean
great.
to have your middle name on there? He said, oh yeah, I'll answer to whatever. Johnny Lee. Actually told me his nickname in high school was the J Train, so I try to throw that in there once in a while.
That's a good one.
Guy named J Train on the locomotives. You can't beat it. It was just destiny.
Yeah, the two most menacing mascots playing against each other today, the Trains and Astronauts.
There's a steerite call to Joe Juarez to even the count. That's funny, when we were when this whole town ball concept was coming to fruition, I actually suggested that. I said Moon City should be the Astronauts.
Yeah.
And then Tony was like, "You want to name a team the Astros?" This was right at the trash can scandal was red hot. I said, "No, not the Astros, the astronauts."
Yeah.
And I even lobbied for like some silver jerseys with like some orange trim, real NASA homage. Thought that would be cool. Tony then went home and he watched this movie that was about the Portland Mavericks, former minor league baseball team, and then that sealed the deal. He wanted to name a team the Mavericks. So he's the commissioner. I'm not. There's the ejecto mitt for Johnny Ryan and the fast wheels for Joe Juarez, and then a mistake on the infield as he turned one miscue into a trip to third.
Sealed the deal. He wanted to name a team the Mavericks. So he's the commissioner. I'm not. There's the ejecto mitt for Johnny Ryan and the fast wheels for Joe Juarez, and then a mistake on the infield as he
Mavericks from the days of yore.
My what?
The name of the movie is the battered bleep words of baseball.
Okay, yeah,
catch it on your favorite streaming platforms. It legitimately is a good. I did enjoy the documentary. It was made required viewing for everyone on staff. 1-0 breaking ball, yes sir. Called strike to Barnes, evens the count 1-1.
Following the theme of similar guys on a team, facing Bortz for 5 innings and then facing Scott you're basically facing Bortz from the other side.
It's left-handed Bortz.
Yeah, it's a lot of movement, it's a lot of weirdness, it's it's a lot of attacking you and getting outs any way possible. So it's you got 7 innings or so of really having a battle against these sidewinders.
Michael Barnes fouled that one back, just got a piece. So we're even up 2-2 here. Mikey B 0 for 2 today. Coming off of a 3 for 5 performance week 1. Choked up a little bit here with 2 strikes. There's a bouncer, but a good block by Jarrett Fox.
You got to stick a toe out. You got to get hit by that. You got to get on. If you're a Maverick, you got to get on base any way possible right now. You got to find a way to get on base, and you got to put pressure on the Locos.
3-2 payoff for Michael Barnes. That's up and out of the zone, so he draws the walk. That sets up first and third. Nice chance for Tony Lewis to swing for redemption. Tony hit .292 in the Can-Am League with the Quebec Capitals. .27 hits for a GRBL career that's gotten disrupted with injuries a couple of times. Struggled through some shoulder problems a season ago as a member of the Mountain Ducks. First pitch he gets from Scott Wilson is outside. Make it even 1-1.
Mays is playing real deep out there. That's going to make it tough to get any double play turned.
I just saw him motion for Ryan to go back even farther than he is. He's practically at the track. Wilson tried a breaking pitch, but Lewis did not chase up. So now we're 2-1.
If Tony could pull something, they're going to get a run in. They're not turning 2 here. So Tony just needs to get into his bag and look, dead pull. Or to wear one again.
Got hit on the shoulder second time. That is back-to-back HBPs for Tony Lewis.
They're going to get a run in. They're not turning 2 here. So Tony just needs to get into his bag and look, dead pull. Or to wear one again. Got hit on the shoulder.
Mesa, the manager, actually the last guy to get to the party.
Well, he had to come from shallow right field.
They're going to make a Henry's towing pitching change here. So, yeah, we're going to do little fire drill, but it looks like Tyler Collison is going to be the guy to come on and pitch. So it'll be the righty Collison. We see Wilson go out to right. Ryan's coming in. Kaufman is going to short. Somebody's got to play third on this one.
I think that's
Is it going to be Ryan?
yeah, I believe so.
All right, so he comes in from right. And Tyler Collison, the player formerly known as Lil Murph, has the baseball. Bases loaded, nobody out. It is still a 7-run advantage at this point, 9-2, but the Mavericks most definitely making with that knocking at the door. Let's take a look at the Tyler Collison pitching stats. So Collison in 2023, 5 2/3, gave up 3 earned runs on 6 hits, 8 strikeouts to 3 walks. It was a 4.76 ERA. So far here in 2024, 2 innings, 1 run allowed on 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, so a 4.5 ERA. So, you know, right around 4.5. That's about where it goes for Collison. He had a 2-inning outing a week ago and held on to get a save, and gave up 1 run in the 8th inning. That was against the Springfield Metropolitans. I know he and, in talking with Chris Meza, he said he and Collison had a conversation where Collison basically said, "Hey, are you really about to send me back out there?" And Meza told him, "Yeah, you're our guy. Go finish this thing, get the save."
Yeah.
So kind of tells you a little bit about, you know, Chris's belief in Collison, but also you know, a little bit of a test of grit passed there.
Yeah.
In the early part of this year.
Yeah, Collison pitching against his former team here.
He's
Played with a lot of these guys. You know, and that was his role. His role last year was more of a fire guy. So it's like, oh man, we got to come and put this fire out. So him going out there for 2 innings, it does show that faith that Meza has in him. So we'll see. In a pretty tough situation here.
Yeah, bases loaded, nobody out. So 3 of the runners.
Ooh, almost got him.
Yeah. 3 guys on, of course. Well, one of them is not earned, but 2 of the runners are property of Scott Wilson. Joe Emery looks at a called strike 1, so the count's even.
And Emery's starting to click again. You can see him start to get a little confidence here. Emery is a guy who has been struggling a little bit, but he's still 1 swing away from breaking out and making this a whole new ball game.
That is way up there. My goodness, that might be in the flight pattern, but it's going to stay in the ballpark. And Zach Ralph had a little bit of trouble with that, but he's able to haul it into the basket.
You know, I think him having that kind of misplay on there, I think it honestly saved them a run, because I think Joe was gonna break there.
Yeah.
And on that little double clutch, he went and left early and had to come back. So I think that. You know, I'm gonna say Ralph did it on purpose.
the old mistake on purpose move. Pinch hitter here for Moon City. This is Nick Bacon in the stead of Adam Barton. And we saw Bacon come on to play left field last inning. So another just straight up lineup move here for City. I've seen that a lot, where you know, instead of entering as a pinch hitter, player comes on as a defensive sub first and then bats the following inning. That has been going on a lot here in season 9. Yeah,
you can see patterns emerge with some of these managers. You know, because we're all watching everything every team does.
Of course.
So you have a manager, and if they like to admit it or not, they'll see somebody do something that has success, and then all right, well that's what you know.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Clay about it, and he was talking about how the mental aspect of it is so different now, because he's trying to manage a team on top of already playing and you know, being one of our guys, our ace, our shortstop, our 2-hole hitter. You know, I mean, so I commend the guys who are playing every inning and managing a team, because I couldn't do it.
It's definitely different, and we knew. Both Clay Murphy and Jacob Carlson would, you know, encounter the good, the bad, and the difficult as they became managers this year, as Bacon goes down on strikes at the hands of Tyler Collison. That was something really I know Clay talked to Cole Rourke about, because Cole Rourke was in a similar situation. You know, he came out and played and had a great rookie year playing for Justin Skinner with the High Rollers, and was pitcher of the year, matter of fact, in 2019. But he said, man, it is just so much different when you have the lineup card and all of the responsibility and just all of the brain power that has to go with that. It's really hard to, and, you know, especially with Cole being a pitcher like he is, to just settle in, go through your warm-up, do all the mental things that an effective pitcher is supposed to do. It just made it very difficult. And so I know that was something Cole Rourke struggled with, you know, and we expected that would give Murphy and the Mets a little bit of trouble as well.
Yeah.
Don't envy them, man. That's a big task.
Yeah. See if the birthday boy can get a hit here.
Yeah,
see if
Devin Phillips did not know it was his birthday, but I believe he's 32 now. 31 or 32. 2-1 the count.
If you told me how many kids he has, I would say he was 65.
No kidding.
But no, happy birthday to him, and hopefully he can give himself a little birthday present here and hit something in a gap or hit something hard somewhere and get his team with a little closer within striking distance here.
Base is still juiced up for the Mavs.
It's a good cut.
Still a 9-2 score. With 2 gone. Tyler Collison trying to just squirm his way out of this thing.
This is what makes or break the game right here. This is a very big at bat for both sides.
Collison from up by the face. That is dealt.
He's still battling.
Slapped foul. Good 2-strike swing there.
Just keeping it alive. He was he was asking Collison for a birthday pitch at the beginning of the bat. Telling him to put it right here in the middle.
Fat fastball right over, yeah.
And I think Collison gave it to him. It was a little bit outside, but he sure did give him a first pitch fastball.
That was the heater,
There it was.
and that was a strikeout. Tyler Collison absolutely bowed his neck, came on with the bases loaded, got 3 outs, including 2 Ks, and so the score remains Republic 9. Moon City 2. It is time for the 7th inning stretch, and here in the GRBL, of course, the 7th inning stretch brought to you by Sumit's Hot Yoga, where you are going to feel awesome.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8. Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
So Henry's towing pitching change for the Moon City Mavericks, trailing 9-2 at the other side of the Sumit's Hot Yoga 7th inning stretch. They are going to call on left-hander Michael Barnes. So from Springfield, Missouri, played his high school ball at Kickapoo, went to Fort Scott Community College, came back home to go to Drury University for his last 2 years. This is his 3rd year in the grip and rip. In the season opener, he pitched 2 innings, allowing 1 earned run on 3 hits. Had a strikeout and a consequential wild pitch that plated the run he allowed. It's pretty good for the Mavs in 2022, pitching 9 1/3. Started the year as the club's starter, as a matter of fact. Allowed 7 earned on 9 hits that year. Walked 8, and that sort of ended up being what demoted him from starter to the bullpen to, more of a first baseman and an extra hitter. But he's worked at it. Pitching is something he most definitely wants to do in this league, so good chance here for Barnes in a little bit of a low-pressure situation with a 7-run ball game, facing a potent Locos lineup here, and I don't feel like they're going to take their feet off the gas pedal.
No, they've got another inning or two of Collison. So it'll be it's gonna be a heavy ask for Moon City here. They're gonna have to put up some zeros. They're gonna have to come out and get some guys on the base paths. But it all starts with old Mikey Burns here.
Yeah, Mikey B started Jared Fox off with a fastball for a called strike. That looked like a breaking ball that did not break into the zone. Barnes came back with the heat. That's a swing and a miss. Mavericks now have Tony Lewis playing first base, still Barnett over at third, Welsh still the shortstop, and Rennie at second. As Fox just went down on strikes. Took off running like it was dropped, and his counterpart Devin Phillips said, "Nah, man, I caught that thing."
Fun fact, Tony also played first base in Iceland. He's a French pitcher, a Canadian hitter, and an Icelandic first baseman.
Anything to grow the sport, right? Fastball goes outside. No, and so, in talking to Tony and then talking with actually another guy who played for the same club, an American by the name of Evan Marr, French baseball, they limit the number of foreign players that a team can have. So the year Tony was with the Bois-Guillaume Woodchucks, they said we can have 3 foreigners, but we can only afford 1, and you are the one. And part of the job, it wasn't just that he was there to play baseball. That was what they did on the weekends, but during the week he was coaching a youth baseball team. He was also coaching a ladies softball team, and he was having to run all the practices and workouts that the professional team was supposed to be doing.
Oh.
That one, hit. Looked like that missed. So Devin Phillips completely hit the umpire in the chest.
That if this game were a little closer, that might have felt on purpose.
Oh, I got a feeling John Broyles is not too impressed with the Mavericks battery right now.
It'll be interesting to see if they get a call this at bat.
David Rodriguez back in. Yep.
Oh,
fastball for a strike.
I guess they're going to get all the calls now.
Lefty working a 2-seam there against another lefty. That's interesting. They keep. Worked him down. David tried to sell a walk.
Thought he had it.
Ended up just doing a little baton twirl there.
That's always good. Watching a guy take a step out of the box and flip himself is bad, thinking he got first base.
Barnes has what he wants from Phillips. They go back down into the zone, and they did walk him. That was close.
Man, if he catches that, that might be close.
Well, nonetheless, free pass to the Venezuelan David Rodriguez. Caleb Kaufman is the batter. Got a little sun has kind of gone behind some clouds. And the breeze has kicked up a little bit, judging by the players' jerseys down there on the infield. A little northeaster.
It's looking a little more comfortable down there. I'll say that much.
Kaufman 1 for 3 today, has a single and an RBI. Start him off with a fastball low.
Does not look like the battery's on the same page here.
No, we've seen Barnes has started missing down, but it's also just seems to be missing a little bit where Phillips is set up and just having some trouble on the exchange. It is the first time these two have been teammates, Michael Barnes and Devin Phillips. It's Phillips' first year to play for anybody who's not the Mountain Ducks.
It's a very good pitch.
That was a beaut. So 2 misses and then a little bit of paint.
It's effectively wild. As a hitter, you're not sure what's coming now.
Back to the breaking ball, gets away from Phillips. Rodriguez taken off, and Devin's just going to hang on. Michael Barnes touches the chest to accept responsibility. He's going to go no rosin, but the towel.
Wasn't quite sure. I thought he was wiping rosin on his face, and I had never seen that before. Very intrigued.
A little bit of everything in this game. And a fastball down, so back-to-back walks. That's going to be both the story of this outing, and I think the story of Michael Barnes' future as a pitcher in this league. He's got to make the walks. Maybe not necessarily go away, but back-to-back like that.
Yeah, that's especially
not
after
helping
a good
himself.
strikeout.
So batter is Andrew Meyer. There's a called strike. Meyer out of Missouri Western State, originally from Dixon, Missouri, and his sponsor is Springfield Cornhole. Apparently Andrew Meyer is to cornhole what Tony Lewis is to baseball here in Springfield, Missouri.
Really?
Yes. Apparently he's very serious about throwing the bags.
I didn't even know they played cornhole in France.
I mean, it's becoming the world's game. Move out of the way, soccer.
It's actually, yeah, I'm excited for it in the next Olympics.
Yeah,
they need something to take the place of breakdancing.
Yeah. Goodness, we're not getting into that whole thing.
Rance, I think you could be an Olympic breakdancer in Australia if you could claim some citizenship.
If you can show up and agree to go out there, the Aussies will send you. Yeah, you know what? All expenses paid trip to Paris for a couple of weeks. That'd be hard to turn down. I'd go look like an idiot for 2 minutes if I got a nice vacation.
I'm sure that's what she thought, and we're still talking about it. It's been longer than 2 minutes for her. It's going to be synonymous with Olympic.
It's going up there with the likes of Eric the Eel and Eddie the Eagle and some other famous or infamous Olympians. As Meyer fouls back a 3-2 pitch. So yeah, Andrew Meyer, very serious about throwing the beanbags at the board.
Full count here. We'll see if he can. We'll see if Mikey can get out of this.
Swinging a grounder right side. Lewis has it at first. He throws across to Welsh for one and then didn't get back in time. They do get the lead runner. So that is 1 out. Or that's 2 outs on the board, rather. Excuse me. 3-6 fielder's choice, but it does set up first and third for Tyler Collison batting for the Locos.
See if he can add a little bit to his own lead here.
1 for 3 today with a single, reached on an error last time. Barnes started with a fastball. Yeah, caromed off of...
kicked up and got him.
Yeah, hit Collison in the chin, he says. And the runner Andrew Meyer advanced to second, so that opens up first base. Well, it looked like it also hit off Phillips's face mask, so two guys got face slapped on that one. Swinging a liner, and oh my goodness, Brady Welsh with a heist gets the Mavericks out of the inning. Mikey B will be thanking him.
All right, Moon City's got to do something here.
It is getting to be that time. In front.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are gonna feel awesome.
Rance Burger with Harrison Broadstreet back with you live. Top of the 8th, about to get started here at Meadow Park, where the Republic Locos lead the Moon City Mavericks 9-2. Well, coming up tonight, it is baseball night in the Ozarks. 6 o'clock tentative start time. That one may get pushed back about 15 minutes. Nonetheless, it'll be the Ozark Mountain Ducks taking on the Branson Showmen. Full slate of games for you next week from right here at Meadow on Sunday, August 25th. At high noon, it's the Republic Locos taking on the Ozark Mountain Ducks. 3 o'clock, Mr. Broadstreet and the Springfield Metropolitans go head-to-head with the Branson Showmen. And then at 6, our baseball night in the Ozarks game will be the 2-0 Nixa Suckers against the Moon City Mavericks. So Tyler Collison stays on for the Locos. Carter Rinney stands in for City to get us going here in the 8th.
You got 6 outs to make something happen here, and it starts with being patient. You got to make Collison throw a lot of pitches. You got to try to get to another pitcher as soon as you can, and you just got to try to get on and make something happen.
Gonna need to work counts and extend this game. Here's a chopper to the second baseman. Chris Mesa's throw.
Ooh.
In time.
Close. How many years away you think we are from a replay in this league?
From like having replay rules?
Yep.
Oh goodness. So we would need. Yeah, we're a ways off. Give it 5 more, maybe. Seasons 14 or 15. I think it's feasible. So here is Jake Thompson. Came on as a defensive sub in the 7th. He's hitting in the 10 spot for Hornberger here. Jake from Ash Grove, Missouri. His debut was pretty good. He's 1 for 2 with a single.
That's what you need right now.
I believe got a base hit on the very first pitch he saw in live ABs when it mattered. Looked at a called strike 2 from Collison. So Jake was a utility player and a catcher coming up at Ash Grove. But, seems to project as an outfielder at this level. Reached up for one. Whoa. Felt like he kind of check swung at ball 2 there, but just yeeted it into the parking lot.
Yeah, if he might have finished that swing, he might have been able to straighten that out a little bit. He got a pretty good barrel on that.
He's got a fast pair of hands. He was a 3-sport athlete in high school. That's kind of a dying breed, but at a small school where you need all the guys on the roster you can get. He was a football, basketball, baseball player. Breaking pitch from Collison. That one was swung on with purpose and fouled off.
They got the one of the Phillips crews out there running around looking for those balls.
Yeah, hey, listen, you got 7 kids and you got to feed them. I would turn every able-bodied child loose on the foul balls.
Yeah, hey, go. You want to eat tonight? Go make your dinner.
Also, a little bit of a built-in babysitter there.
You got to get $4.50 to get the kids' meal.
No kidding.
Battling here.
1-2 to Thompson. Oh, he looked at strike 3. It was one of those things. He knew it immediately.
Yeah. That's it's not what you want. 2 quick outs in the top of the 8th here is not. It's not boding well for the comeback of the Moon City Mavericks.
This will be Evan Barnett, second time he's gone to the plate today. The silliest goose, I like that. May have to let that moniker stick around. Looked at a called strike there.
I have not laughed at somebody or like with somebody as much in a baseball season as I have with Evan.
Swung on and a pop-up. It's going to stay on the playing surface, and that is going to fall into the glove of the first baseman, Caleb Kaufman. So 3 up, 3 down. Not good if you're the Moon City Mavericks. Great if you're a Tyler Collison fan, as he and the Locos maintain a 9-2 advantage. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
The velocity is going to pick up a little bit here. Brady Welsh goes to the pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. It is their third Henry's Towing pitching change, and Brady Welsh, ladies and gentlemen, can make it zip. He was a former minor leaguer in the Atlanta Braves system. After 3 years at Arkansas State, he pitched in a total of 14 minor league games, 25 2/3 innings, giving up 15 runs on 29 hits, struck out 20, walked 13, so a 4.21 pro average, or pro ERA rather, excuse me, for Brady Welsh. Played rookie ball in the Gulf Coast League, and I've heard another survivor of that league, Harrison Broadstreet, refer to it as the Gulf Roast League. Apparently, it gets rather warm when you're playing a lot of midday games in Florida, because they play at sort of at the spring training complexes, where not all of the fields have lights, so you're usually on a backfield where you know, the coaching staff and maybe 10 people who accidentally went to a game that day are in attendance, and just have to try and survive it as best you can, and hope you get your call up soon.
Yeah, you either get called up to the big club or you get called up to the big mansion in the sky playing in that heat.
It's a different brand down there in Florida, that's for sure. 0-1 to Scott Wilson evens us up 1-1.
When you said the Gulf Roast League, I thought that there were just players making fun of each other in that entire league.
No, I interviewed a guy in the Pittsburgh Pirates system a couple of years back, because there's a called strikeout to Scotty Wilson there. So his name's Brad Case, but I was starting in, asking rather innocuous setup, and I said something about the Gulf Coast League, and he stopped me and said, "It's the Gulf Roast League, man." So
sorry.
Apologies, sir. Didn't mean to downplay your work there. But Brad was glad to get out of there, he told me, and get on up to A-ball, and then eventually he's at the AAA level right now.
Oh.
Called strike to Chris Mesa. Evens us up 1-1.
Mesa doesn't want any part of this velocity. That front foot stepping left towards third base as that's coming in.
He's daring Brady to throw him the change. But yeah, you're right. He's going to let the heater go by. 2-1. Yep, there. Welsh blew it by him. Goodness.
Oh, I hope Chris watches this later tonight.
So Brady Welsh steps toward third, and then Mesa late getting to that, and he's smiling at himself there. I just thought, man, that was coming.
That's a lot faster than what Tony was throwing.
Can we bring that knuckle guy back out here?
Bring that French guy back out here.
2-2 for Mesa.
Tony the French Press Lewis.
That's good.
Ooh. That's close.
Welsh didn't get it. He's going to stand back and think about it. So we're full up. That was
That's what he wanted.
inside, and Mesa pulled it. Beautiful bit of hitting.
That's that off speed that he
On the
wanted.
part of the Chicago kid, Chris Mesa. He will not press the issue and go for second base. Leading by 7, and also just not wanting to run into the Nick Bacon throw there.
Oh my goodness, yeah, no thanks. I contemplated not going to second today either.
Well, was that because you respected the fielder or because you were out of gas at first?
Sure, yeah, either one. Little A, little B. I felt that run for 3 innings.
Definitely saw a few guys with hands on the knees after legging one out at first today. You were not alone in that,
Oh
Harrison.
my gosh.
I'll say that.
I'm tired jogging from first base to the first base dugout to second base.
Johnny Ryan looked at a slider there. Strike 1, so 0-1. Make it 0-2 as Welsh just going right at him.
So did Mesa remove himself, or is Mesa pitching?
I think they re-entered Tommy Berg. So this is I think straight up re-entry. But yeah, Chris didn't want any part of trying to take second base. Ryan goes down on strikes at the hand of Brady Welsh. That's his second K. It's going to bring up Zach Ralph back to the top of the order. Go the Locos, and Zach 2 for 3. 1 batted in. He also got hit by a pitch. Bouncer got away from Phillips by the time he got that down. Carter Rennie didn't really have a shot to get Tommy Berg. Bottom of the 8th here. Again, 9-2 our score. Locos lead the Mavericks. Fastball at Ralph. He's got under and spoiled enough to stay in the hunt here. One and one. Set him up outside for the slider. This is chopped into play, and they're not going to make it. Just hit that right in the Bermuda Triangle of the infield,
Yeah,
where
that's tough.
Welsh would have had a tough play. Barnett couldn't get there in time, and shortstop Lewis didn't really have a shot either. So first and third, 2 outs, and somebody needs to retrieve that piece of lumber. There we go. Trent's 2 for 4. Couple of singles. Fastball from Welsh connects for strike 1. So we're evened up.
Last time Tony Lewis played shortstop was actually in Trinidad and Tobago.
Man, you were
all over the place.
You were scouting his global travelers much better than I did. Wonder if it was Trinidad or Tobago. I've always wondered.
I think it was one of the both. I think he was he really liked the toboggan people. The toboggans?
Sure, I'll go with that. Got me fooled.
Trinidadian.
Trinidadians.
That's where Rihanna's from. Trinidadian. Good pitch right
Swing and
there.
a miss by Trent Simpson. He's not from Trinidad or Tobago. He's just Trent, and he's out. So Brady Welsh gets 3 Ks. You like that?
I like that a lot.
Brady Welsh with 3 strikeouts. We will go to the 9th after this. Locos 9, Mavericks 2.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Locos sticking with Tyler Collison, looking to finish here. Top of the ninth. 9-2 is the score. Collison came on with the bases loaded, nobody out in the 7th, so he is eligible to throw this top of the 9th inning. This would be a 3rd inning of work for him. Be Welsh, Juarez, and Barnes scheduled to bat for Moon City this inning. 2, 3, 4 hitters.
What's the part of the lineup you want here?
Yeah, if you're going to hang a crooked number, better start it here.
It's going to take a lot of little things. They're obviously not getting it back with one swing.
No, don't have a 7-run play drawn up, I don't believe.
I think that's in the works for the next couple of years of the grip trip.
We could innovate a little something as Welsh sends this one into the stratosphere.
Just missing it.
Off the second shed, sort of the outer shed, if you will. Got all kinds of infrastructure over there on third base side of the park. Just hope the roofers did a good job. 0-1 to Brady Welsh. Collison just sort of peers over the top of the glove as he sets to come home. I have no idea what was wrong with that one.
Well, you know, sometimes they're too good.
1-1. Welsh chops this one to the shortstop.
That's a good play.
Throw across is in time, and that is Caleb Kaufman getting the throw to Andrew Meyer. Yeah, Kaufman's played a little bit of he can play some outfield. We've seen him play some shortstop, some third base. He's really rookie out of Evangel, sort of making his way with versatility here for this Locos club.
Yeah, a lot of new faces this year. A lot of new guys.
We have 25 true rookies of the 90, which that's actually about average. Record for rookies was 30 in 2020. But yeah, about 25. That's about it. That's the churn rate, if you will. So, there are always retirements. There are guys who go off to go concentrate on something else. And by virtue of a competitive tryout process. Ooh, that's kind of the deal. 2-1.
Starting to squeeze Collison here a little bit at the end.
If you're the Locos, you'd like for the zone to be about 6 feet wide right now.
Well, and for almost anybody else with a 7-run lead, you'd want it to be pretty wide right now.
3-1 pitch to Joseph Juarez is a called strike. This is grounded to the shortstop. Kaufman up with it once again. He made another nice play. Throw across to Meyer there for the bang bang. Another 6-3.
Let's see if we can get him another one.
Michael Barnes. Throws left, bats right.
He is the wrong way in baseball.
You just don't see a lot of that. I don't know.
It is very, very rare you see a combination such as Mikey Barnes.
Initially I always thought he batted switch, but then I thought, no, that doesn't make sense either, because I saw him bat right against a righty. He's a switch hitter, but he does it in a completely disadvantageous way.
He likes to make it harder on himself.
He's going 3 for 5, just wasn't enough of a challenge.
Yeah.
Mikey B today 0 for 2 with a walk, so he'd like to keep it rolling. Looking to maybe get one in garbage time here. He's ahead in the count, 2-1 on Collison. And 15 hits for the Locos today. That's a big part of the story for sure.
Yeah.
Breaking pitch, back up the middle. Collison fields it well. Waits for Meyer to get there, and it is in time. So Tyler Collison, how about this? Came on with the bases chucked in the 7th inning, got 3 consecutive outs, and then he faced the minimum the rest of the way. So 9 up, 9 down for Tyler Collison. We were talking off air about this, but a slight audible. We're going to have 2 players share the Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game Award. We're going to go with Tyler Collison for the first half, and we will go back to the first 4 2/3 innings of this for the Locos. Jon Bortz carried a perfecto through 4 2/3, gave up 2 earned runs on 2 hits, and he hit 2 batters, struck out 8. So Jon Bortz and Tyler Collison, your Elite Promotions Elite Performers of the game. Well, Harrison Broadstreet, very quickly, as you're gesturing wildly to somebody, that's not a wasp. I think you're
trying to tell Chris who the 2 players were.
So yeah, Tyler Collison, Jon Bortz. We'll get those guys up here to talk things over. But before we let you go, Harry B., very quick, if folks enjoyed your comedy stylings and want to hear some more, what do they need to do?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. I post all of my my show dates, the Don't Tell comedy. We've kind of taken a hiatus on the Don't Tell, just to try to make sure we're coming back with something really big and special. But we're looking to do another Don't Tell show within the next couple months.
Beautiful.
And yeah, just on Instagram, I put all my stuff.
What's the handle
up there? It's at Harrison Broadstreet. Easy
enough.
Yeah.
So Harrison, we will probably see you. We'll see you on the field for the Springfield Metropolitans next week at 3. But
yeah,
we're threatening to bring you back for baseball night in the Ozarks
at
6 o'clock. So
I'd love it. Hopefully we can keep the wasps out and we can.
Okay. Well, yeah, you definitely passed the hazing rituals and then some by helping us out with the wasps. So.
I appreciate it. Rance, thanks for having me, man. I've always wanted to do this. This was I had a blast, man.
We'll bring you back, Rook. Nice stuff.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. He's Harrison Broadstreet. I'm Rance Berger. 9-2, your final score. We will come back. This show is not over, so we will talk things over with some of the guys from the Republic Locos on the other side of a long break. They are winners 9-2, defeating the Moon City Mavericks, so the Locos improve to 2-0 for the campaign, and for the moment, they are in sole possession of first place in the GRBL's North Division. Metropolitans and Mavericks both fall to 0-2 today. So back with a little bit more right after this. You're watching Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free all day long on the YouTube channel. More post-game in a moment.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8. Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. The best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Rance Berger back with you live at Metter Park in Springfield, Missouri, where the Republic Locos are winners today 9-2. They dispatch the Moon City Mavericks, and so the Railmen improved 2-0. Pleased to be joined by a couple of our elite promotions, elite performers of the game. It is Jon Bortz and Tyler Collison for the Locos. Mr. Bortz, we're going to start with the starter since, just only makes sense to do it that way. 4 2/3 innings. You were carrying a perfect game through this one. We'll talk about.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we were, as we say in the broadcasting business, dancing with a gorilla, trying our best not to put the jinx on, and then you hit Tony Lewis bigger than Dallas. So with that pressure off, I said, well, hang on, he can still get another special thing, and then Joe Emery singled. So it was the perfecto went, and then the no-hitter went after that. But 4 2/3, and then you finished the day with 8 strikeouts. Is it safe to say feeling pretty good about yourself out there on the hill today?
Yeah, felt good. Yeah, deja vu. I've had games into the ninth before and similar situations, and you lose the no-no, and then you lose a shutout. But all that matters is we got the win. Felt good. Fox was setting it up really well back there for us today.
Yeah, I know it was a little bit laborious for you and Jared Fox to develop some chemistry there week 1, but I don't know what you guys did, but what did you do to iron that out?
Well, I told him I got a third pitch. He forgot about the third pitch last week, and so that's why I was shaking him off. Had to remind him of the splitter, but that's what the first game's for, and so we got a good synchronicity going on now.
So you hit Tony Lewis, and then you give up the 2 RBI shot to Adam Barton, so end up giving up a couple of runs, but heck of an outing for sure, and you're today's winning pitcher. I got a message from your wife. I misidentified your age, I think, during the jamboree, so she reminded me that you're actually 43 years old. And
guilty as charged. Yeah.
I tried to take the heat for you on that, but my understanding is the rest of the Bortz clan was unrelenting.
Yeah, she almost didn't come today with taking care of some stuff at home with the kids, but I'm glad she was able to come here, and she's my biggest fan, so love her. Yeah.
What is that like for you as a dad? I know you got 4 boys, and they're all old enough that they're baseball players in their own right, but they're going to remember watching Dad play a little bit. What is that kind of pressure like?
No pressure at all. It's really good just have some fans, whether they're your kids or otherwise. Yeah, Little League, still got Little League going with the little kids, and hopefully they learn something today.
and then they're you're coaching as well, so a little bit of a do as I say and do as I do. So
yeah.
And then we got a guy who always brings a cheering section. Tyler Collison came on. Let's talk about the way you entered this game on the mound, man. So 7th inning, Scott Wilson had been cruising up until an error, then a walk and a hit batsman. So you come on in relief, bases loaded. Nobody out. I mean, what is going on between the ears of Tyler Collison at that stage?
Well, honestly, I mean, it's a lot easier to take on that kind of responsibility whenever you've got a group of guys that can field it behind you. Just kind of throw it up there, get something in play, and run with it. And that's kind of what I like coming in late in the game, troubling situations. That's what I've always been more comfortable with. So.
I'll say, wait a minute now. You did serve up the fly out to Simpson, but then it was back-to-back strikeouts. Yeah. So that was. You
can get lucky every now and then.
That was just you and the catcher. Now the 9th inning, that's a different story. You had Caleb Kaufman make a couple of sweet plays behind you. But
yeah, those are nice plays.
So Tyler, what is your second year in the league, first year with the Locos? You guys are 2-0. So what does that mean to win a couple of good ball games here to start off your August?
Feels good. Yeah, we're kind of cruising right now as a team. Everything, we got good team chemistry. All the guys get along well. It's a lot of fun. And the more fun you have, it seems like the more ball games you win. So I like how it's working.
I wouldn't say surprise, but it's bananas how good everybody's doing. Just filling in.
Yeah,
for sure.
Does it feel a little different for you? You're over that rookie year and that oh my gosh, I'm playing baseball feeling. So now you are a key contributor and a key cog in the machine here for this Republic team. So I'd imagine that feels a little bit different.
Oh yeah, it's a different ball game. You shake about 6 years of rust off and come out here and play your second year. Some of those old, that old feeling kind of comes back a little bit. I'm still 3 steps slower and about 20 pounds heavier, but it's it kind of comes back a little bit.
It'll all come off in the heat as long as we keep these 90-degree temperatures. Did I miss something going? You guys have like a fruit thing going in the dugout with the bananas?
Bananas? No, it's a good. I used to warm up throwing bananas. I played for the Rio Railmen, and we'd bring a bunch of bananas, and it was
throw actual fruit.
What is
the like? You get the banana flipping end over end. Is that supposed to be a?
Yep.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, it was a real thing. This league I used to play in, the Rio Railmen, back in Wisconsin. We did all these funny things. Just like it's a fun league here too. Yeah. Got to mix it up, have fun.
Well, it's easy to have fun when you're 2-0, and so you guys right now, not only are you 2-0, but you just beat a division rival there, so you've got a 2-game lead. Never too early to start talking about the playoffs, right, guys?
Playoffs?
Well, let's think about it. I mean, is it too early to start talking about the playoffs? We'll end on that question.
No, it's never too early. You want to be in position. That's what we're here for. We're here to win a championship, and we got a couple guys missing, and gave a chance for everybody to show what their worth is, and so that's what I'm playing for. I think we're all on the same page there.
Be interesting to see. Jason Rose and his wife just had a baby, so that's
congrats.
That's the reason for the absence there. So we continue to wait for the debut of Jason Rose. But meanwhile, we got Bortz and Collison holding it down. We'll see you guys back here next Sunday, August 25th, high noon. You will take on the Ozark Mountain Ducks.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Rance.
All right, that's Jon Bortz, Tyler Collison, our Elite Promotions elite performers of the game, and the Republic Locos 9-2 winners defeating the Moon City Mavericks. That's going to chase us for this one. For all of us involved, for my partner Harrison Broadstreet, for our executive producers Harrison Waters and Tony Lewis, and for our director Derek Saiko, my name's Rance Berger, wishing you good afternoon from Springfield, Missouri.